ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavatam session. Today we will discuss a sloka from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Our topic is how different people can relate with Krishna in different ways. There is a beautiful shloka in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam that describes 10 types of relationships that 10 categories of people had with Krishna. Krishna is only in one form. Krishna is like a 10-year-old boy at that time. Seeing him, different people could connect with Krishna in different moods, different rasas, different flavors. All these emotions in the hearts of these categories of devotees, some are not devotees also. So all these emotions within their hearts are churned by Krishna's form. Just by seeing one Krishna, different people had different moods and emotions. So the context is like this. Lord Krishna appeared in Mathura prison cell as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. But as soon as he was born, he was taken by Vasudeva all the way to Gokul. And Vasudeva left Krishna, baby Krishna, in Nanda Maharaj's home next to Mother Yashoda. And he came back to Mathura prison cell. A decade passed. Then Kamsa came to know through Narada Muni that Vasudeva had hidden his child Krishna in the home of his friend Nanda Maharaj. Kamsa became furious. He wanted to kill Devaki and Vasudeva for cheating him. Although Vasudeva promised that he will give every single child of Mother Devaki to Kamsa, Vasudeva did not keep his promise. He is known to be very truthful. He has promptly given his first 6 children to Kamsa, and Kamsa killed them. And the 7th child believed to be miscarriage. But the 8th child, Vasudeva did not submit to Kamsa. He has hidden because he was Krishna. Why did Vasudeva do this? Because Vasudeva is instructed by the Lord. Our commitment to the Lord is more important than our commitment to a demon, right? So Vasudeva's not keeping his promise to Kamsa was appropriate. There's nothing wrong in it. Because what is more important, obedience to Krishna or some obedience or commitment to a demon? So Krishna personally instructed Vasudeva, you take me to Gokul, leave me in Nanda Maharaj's home. I will stay there. So Vasudeva followed that advice. Although we have some commitments to some people, or we have given some words to some people like Kamsa, Krishna's instructions are more important than our own quote unquote commitments to demonic people like Kamsa. So Vasudeva has hidden. But later, after a decade, Kamsa came to know that Vasudeva has done this. So he wanted to kill Vasudeva and Devaki. But Narada Muni intervened and said, you should not kill Vasudeva and Devaki. Narada Muni is basically tricking Kamsa. If you kill Vasudeva and Devaki, Krishna and Balram will run away. You better bring Krishna and Balram to Mathura and kill them. And after that, you can kill Vasudeva and Devaki. Although Narada Muni is giving this kind of advice to Kamsa, that does not mean Narada Muni is a supporter of demons. Narada Muni is basically doing the needful so that Krishna can kill Kamsa faster. So Kamsa found this idea good. He had sent his minister Akrura all the way to Vrindavan to bring Krishna and Balaram from Vrindavan to Mathura. So Akrura went. as a loyal servant. Although Akrura also is not someone who wants to support Kamsa, but because he was a minister, he was obliged to follow the instructions of Kamsa. We need to understand that although some people listen to us, they're obedient to us, they respect us, uh, but still, it may not be necessarily out of respect. It may be out of obligation. Uh, People may listen to us or be favorable to us, not because they agree with our opinions, not because they love us, but maybe we are in a position where they are obliged to do what we say. So Kamsa was the king, Akrura was a minister. So a minister is obliged to follow the king's instructions. Therefore, Akrura went. And also, Akrura also saw this as an opportunity to see Krishna and Balaram in Vrindavan. Krishna and Balaram are the supreme lords, and they have given me this wonderful opportunity to have their darshan in their dham Vrindavan in the pretext of fulfilling Kamsa's instruction. Sometimes the Lord can show mercy upon us even through demons. Therefore, we should not hate anybody. Sometimes even demons also can act as instruments in the hands of the Lord to show us some mercy, right? So Akrura went to Vrindavan to bring little Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. And Krishna and Balaram came along with Akrura on his chariot. And there was a very heart-touching scene in Vrindavan that we will discuss some other time. Our focus is now the 10 relationships that one can have with Krishna. So Krishna finally came to Mathura. Then Kamsa has arranged a big wrestling arena. He has arranged some big wrestlers, very huge, mountain-like bodied wrestlers. They are Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta. These are like five mountain-like wrestlers who came to kill Krishna. Kamsa has arranged these five wrestlers to fight with Krishna and ultimately kill Krishna and Balram both. He arranged a big Dhanuryaga, big sacrifice in the name of conducting a sacrifice in the name of Lord Shiva's vow. Kamsa actually planned to kill Krishna and Balram. Sometimes we may give a nice religious or spiritual polish to our malicious intentions. Kamsa had a malicious intention to kill Krishna and Balram, but he's doing the whole thing on the pretext of conducting a sacrifice in the name of Lord Shiva's vow. And also, he thought of he presented the whole situation in such a way that he is conducting some wrestling matches and is giving some awards to the winners. He is honoring people in the nearby villages and towns with some awards, etc. So that's how he just gave a external polish to it, but the intention is very self-evident that he just wants to kill Krishna. Even if somebody makes elaborate arrangements to hide their ill motives, they may not be able to do so. Their ill motives are visible. So Krishna and Kamsa did not stop there. Kamsa also arranged for a huge elephant called Kavalaya Pida at the entrance of the wrestling arena. Before even Krishna enters his wrestling arena, I should just kill him. That's what Kamsa thought. I should just kill him. So he kept an elephant there. But interestingly, the elephant could not do anything to Krishna and Balram, and Krishna killed that elephant, Kavalayapida. And holding the tusks of Kavalayapida on his shoulders, Krishna, along with Balaram, entered into the wrestling arena of Kamsa. So when Krishna and Balram just entered the wrestling ring of Kamsa, everybody saw him. Many people are seeing him for the first time. All the residents of Mathura, the women, the men, the neighboring kings and villagers, and Kamsa. Kamsa never saw Krishna. This is the first time Kamsa was seeing Krishna. So in this way, Krishna and Balaram entered the wrestling arena and they found different people looking at him in different moods. So Sukadeva Goswami describes how different categories of people in Kamsa's wrestling ring perceived Krishna. That's the shloka now. Let's recite the shloka. Mallanam shanirnam naravarah strinam smaro murtiman gopanam swajano satam kshitibhujam shasta swapitro sishuhum मृत्युर्भोजपतेर्विराड विदुषां तत्त्वं परं योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवतेति विदितो रंगं गतः साग्रजः. Let's recite this few times. मल्लानां शनिर्नृणां नरवरः स्त्रीणां स्मरो मूर्तिमान् गोपानां स्वजनौ सतां क्षितिभुजाम् शास्ता स्वपित्रो शिशुः मृत्युर्भोजपतेर्विराड विदुषाम् तत्त्वं परं योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवतेति विदितो रंगं गतः साग्रजः. One more recitation. मल्लानां शनिर्नृणां नरवरः स्त्रीणां स्मरो मूर्तिमान् गोपानां स्वजनौ सतां क्षितिभुजाम् शास्ता स्वपित्रो शिशुः मृत्युर्भोजपतेर्विराड विदुषाम् तत्त्वं परं योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवतेति विदितो रंगं गतः साग्रजः. Next. You want me to recite or you can recite on your own? Recite.
मल्लानां शनीन्द्रणां नरवरः स्त्रीणां स्मरो मूर्तिमान् गोपाणां स्वजनो सतां क्षितिभुजां शास्ता सपित्रो शिशु मृत्युर्भोजपते विराड विदुषं तत्त्वं परं योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवतेति विदितो रंगं गतः साग्रज.
Next.
मल्लानां शनिर्नृणां नरवरः स्त्रीणां स्मरो मूर्तिमान् गोपानां स्वजनो शतां क्षितिभुजान् शास्ता सपित्रो शिशु मृत्युर्भोजपते विराट विदुषा तत्त्वं परं योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवतेविदितो रंगं गतः साग्रज.
Last.
मल्लानां शनिर्नृणां नरवरः स्त्रीणां स्मरो मूर्तिमान् गोपानां स्वजनो शतां क्षितिभुजान् शास्तास्त्रपित्रो शिशु मृत्युर्भोजपते विराड विदुषां तत्त्वं परं योगिनां वृष्णीनां परदेवतेति विदितो रंगं गतः साग्रज.
In this shloka, Sukadeva Goswami describes that different categories of people in the drizzling arena of Kamsa in Mathura city perceived Krishna in different ways according to their own moods. Different people have different types of relationship with Krishna. They can connect with Krishna in different moods. Let's see what are they. First category, Mallanam Ashanir. Malla means these wrestlers. Ashanir, they saw Krishna as a lightning bolt. It is said that these lightning bolts that come from the sky during some big storms, they can even destroy mountains. Thunderbolt. So all these wrestlers saw Krishna as a thunderbolt, lightning bolt. That is first category. Second, Nrinam Naravaraha. Nrinam means common men. They saw Krishna as Naravaraha. Nara means a human being. Vara means the best. So all the common men in this wrestling arena of Kamsa, they saw Krishna as the best of males. This is the second category. Third, Strinam Smaro Murtiman. Stri means woman. So all the young women in Mathura wrestling arena, they saw Krishna as Smaro Murtiman. Smara means Cupid. Cupid is Kamadev or Madana, who is very beautiful, and he is known to inspire some loving feelings in people, right? He inspires attraction between men and women in this world. So he's said to be very beautiful. So he is called Smara or Madana or Kamadev. Smaro Murtiman. So once this Kamadev tried to induce some attraction between Shiva and Parvati. Then Shiva looked at Kamadev and he was burned to ashes. So he tried to, incite some loving feelings in Shiva, but Shiva had some angry feelings and then he burned Kamadev and Kamadev lost his body, right? Since then he is called Ananga. Anga is body. Ananga means one who has no body. He's wandering bodiless. So if that bodiless Cupid appears with a body, if that formless Cupid appears with a beautiful form, that is like Krishna. And in fact, the comparison is like little on a low profile, but a better comparison is Krishna is more beautiful than all kinds of Cupids. Krishna is 10 million times more beautiful than a Cupid. The combined beauty of 10 million Cupids, Madanadevs, is totally outsmarted and defeated in comparison to Krishna's beauty. Therefore, Krishna is called Madana Mohana. Madana Mohana means one who can enchant even Madan, Kamadev, Cupid also. Krishna is also described to be Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham. Kandarpa is also Kamadev. Kandarpa Koti means 1 crore Cupids put together. Their combined beauty is nothing in comparison to Krishna's beauty. But just someone who is handsome is generally compared with Cupid conventionally. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami is comparing. Smaro Murtiman. If that Cupid takes a form, if he gets a form, that is like Krishna, right? Then fourth, Gopanam Swajano. Gopa means all the cowhead boys. Along with Krishna, some cowhead boys also came to Mathura city, all the way from Vrindavan, because Kamsa invited Krishna and Balram along with Nanda Maharaj for this Dhanur Yaga. But many other little Gopas, also Krishna's friends, 10-year-old boys, they also accompanied Krishna. They saw Krishna as Svajana. Swa means our, one's own. Jana means person. He's our man. He's our friend. He's our relative. They are thinking like that, Svajana. These wrestlers have a different mood. Ashanir, they saw Krishna as a lightning bolt. My God, we are like mountains and he's like a lightning bolt who can smash mountains. But that is not the mood of the Gopas. The Gopas were thinking that he's our Svajana, our own dear friend. Then fifth category, Asatam Kshiti Bhujam. Sata means good. Asatam. Asata means bad. Kshiti means earth. Bhujam means one who enjoys this earth, land. Who is that? A king. So generally, some kings are described as Kshiti Bhujam, those who enjoy land or those who rule a land. But these are not just simple rulers or kings. They are Asatam Kshiti Bhujam, bad rulers, bad kings. So bad kings saw Krishna as Shasta. Shasta means a punisher, a chastiser. If somebody does a mischief, does some naughty activity or a sinful activity, then he's punished, right? Similarly, Krishna also punishes sinful people, punishes bad kings. In fact, right in the beginning of the 10th canto, we see that Mother Earth is overburdened by all these bad rulers, demoniac kings. Unable to bear their burden, Mother Earth went all the way to Brahma and said, please do something. Please give me some support. Then what did Brahma do? Brahma took Mother Earth along with other devatas to the milk ocean. And finally, the Lord sent a message to Brahma saying that Krishna is going to descend very soon to relieve Mother Earth from burden. Mother Earth is overburdened by so many military armies of demoniac kings. And Krishna descended to reduce that burden, to destroy that burden, and relieve Mother Earth, right? So one of the prominent reasons of Krishna's descent is to punish these kinds of bad kings. Asatam Kshiti Bhujam Shasta. As soon as these bad kings saw Krishna in the wrestling arena of Kamsa, they understood that he's going to punish us. He's going to chastise us. They got a little scared. That is fifth category. Then sixth category, Swapitroho Sishuhu. Swapitroho means Krishna's own parents. Krishna's parents were also present there. Nanda Maharaj was personally there. Vasudeva, Devaki. So many other devotees who had parental affection for Krishna were present there. They saw Krishna as Sishuhu, their own child. This is the sixth category. Swapitroho Sishuhu. Seventh category, Mrutyar Bhojapater. Mrityu means death. Bhoja is the name of the dynasty. Bhojapati means the king of Bhoja dynasty. Who is that? Kamsa. Kamsa saw Krishna as Mrityu, death personified. Till now, Kamsa was very afraid. On the day of Mother Devaki's marriage, Kamsa had an Akasavani that the eighth child of Devaki is going to kill Kamsa. Since then, he was fearful of Krishna. Oh, when will Krishna appear? When will he kill me? So 8 pregnancies. He waited for 8 pregnancies. First 6 children he killed. 7th miscarriage. 8th Krishna was born. But as soon as Krishna was born, Kamsa could not kill Krishna because Krishna was taken to some other place, to Vrindavan, to Gokul Mahavan. Then after a decade, he came back. Now all these, like almost 20 years passed. So since these 20 years, Kamsa was meditating on Krishna. He was thinking, when will Krishna come and kill me? Not with excitement, not with love, not with affection, but with fear. So as soon as he saw Krishna for the first time, after almost 2 decades of hearing that announcement, finally he saw Krishna in front of him. Then Kamsa thought, my God, my mrityu has come. My death has come close to me. Although externally he was very confident, he was the main personality in the assembly. He was the king. He was on the throne, which is in the center of this big wrestling ring with thousands and thousands of people. Although somebody is presiding an assembly, he's in a very high position. He may not be secure. He may not be happy. So if you think that high throne can give us happiness, Kamsa had the highest throne in the entire assembly. But within his heart, there is highest fear also. Oh, this boy can kill me. Someone who is presiding the assembly that has thousands and millions of people, they are all order carriers of Kamsa. Everybody is afraid of Kamsa also in one sense, but still Kamsa is afraid of Krishna. So our power, our position, our privileges, our rank in this material world is of no relevance to us when we don't have devotion to Krishna. But those who had devotion for Krishna, although they are not in a powerful position, although they are not sitting on the throne like Kamsa, they're very happy to see. Now these little boys are there, Krishna's friends. They saw Krishna like this. Gopanam Sajano. Oh, my friend is here. They are very happy, rejoicing. All the Gopas are rejoicing. Why? Well, they were not fearful of Krishna. They love Krishna. So when you love Krishna, there is no fear. When you don't love Krishna, then there's a lot of fear. So that fear is there in a person who doesn't love Krishna, even if that person is on a very exalted position on the material plane. Materially speaking, Kamsa is the king, and these Gopas are little simple cowhead boys, just came from a village, hilly area. Where is the position of this little cowhead boys, little children, and where is Kamsa? The difference is so huge. But see, these boys are very secure and safe and happy. They are just excited to see Krishna, happy to see Krishna, because they were not at all fearful. But Kamsa, always in a very high position, is fearful. The difference between these two categories is these people have love for Krishna, he has no love for Krishna. So, Mrityar Bhojapatir. Then 8th category, Virada Vidusham. Virat means Virat Rupa. What is Virat Rupa? Basically, this universe is conceived to be the form of the Lord. The Lord has a spiritual form. So many hundreds and thousands and millions of spiritual forms the Lord has. And the Lord also has a material form. Ultimately, the Lord has no material form. But this material universe, which is an energy of the Supreme Lord, is considered to be the Lord's material form. All these trees are considered his hairs, and the mountains are his bones. Similarly, sun and moon are his eyes. Like the different elements of this universe are described to be different limbs of the Lord's body, and that is considered a material form. That's all. So such people, there are some unintelligent worshippers. Vidusha means very learned, very intelligent, very wise. Avidusha means those are not wise. So those are not so wise cannot understand or cannot appreciate the Supreme Lord's spiritual form. Those who are not wise are caught up in this universe only. And generally, unwise people believe in what they see only. Whatever is visible to their eyes, they believe. But something which is not visible to their material eyes, something which is spiritual, which is inaccessible to their material senses, they think that it's not existent. Right? Similarly, there are some worshippers who are not so mature, who are not so advanced. So these people see this material universe as all in all. They are called Bahudha Vishwato Mukham. In the 15th chapter of, no, in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes them. Vishwato Mukham. They see this universe as all in all. And whomever they see, they just see that person as a element in this big universe. Oh, he's a part of the universe. He's a part of the universe. He's a part of the universe. This thing is a part of the universe. This place is a part of the universe. This person is a part of the universe. They see everything in terms of universe only. But they can't understand that beyond this universe, there is an eternal reality, that is Krishna. So instead of appreciating the spiritual form of Krishna, they just saw Krishna also as a part of Virat Rupa. That is Virada Vidusham. Okay. The 9th category. Tattvam Param Yoginam. There are some yogis. These people are a little better. They are not just worshippers of Virat Rupa. They don't think that this material universe is all in all. They are yogis. They saw Krishna as Paratattva, the supreme absolute truth. Right? They are in a more reverential mode. Then 10th category. Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito Rangam Gataha Sagrajaha. Vrishnis. In that Vrishni dynasty only Krishna was born. Thus Vrishnis saw Krishna as Paradevata, our worshipable Lord, our worshipable deity. That's how they saw. This is the 10th category. In this way, 10 categories of people saw Krishna in 10 different moods, 10 different ways. Rangam Gataha Sagrajaha. In this way, Krishna entered into the Rangam. Rangam is the wrestling ring. Sa Agrajaha, along with his elder brother. You understood the meaning? But there's much more we need to discuss on this shloka. But before that, let's have a quick revision. Now, there are so many devotees here. You can just tell me one by one. First, Mallana Mashinir, what does it mean? Yes, Hasani? Mallana Mashinir. We need to visit all these 10 categories of people and how they saw Krishna once before we go into further discussion. Yes.
Prabhu, Mallanam Asane means Krishna is a thunderbolt to the wrestlers there.
Excellent. Second, Dranam Naravaraha. What does this mean?
Men thought Krishna is best of all.
Best of all males. Good. Third, who will say the third one? Strinam Smaro Murtiman.
Prabhuji, all the ladies assembled there saw Krishna as the personification of Cupid.
Very good. Fourth, Gopanam Swajano. Sriram.
Prabhuji, the Gopas saw Krishna as his friend relatives.
Excellent. Next, fifth, Asatam Kshitibhujam Shasta. Who will answer this?
Yes, Prabhuji. This means that the people, cruel king saw him as a punisher.
Correct. Sixth, Swapitroho Sishuhu. What does it mean?
Prabhuji, here Swapitro Shishu, that means for the parents of Krishna, like Vasudeva Devaki, he is like their Sun.
Correct. Seventh, Mrityar Bhojapater. What does this mean?
For king of Bhoja means comes he was very fearful of Krishna.
He saw Krishna as Mrityu, death personified. Eighth, Virada Vidusham. What does this mean? Eighth category.
Unintelligent.
Unintelligent people. How did they see Krishna?
In Virata Rupa.
They thought Krishna is a part of Virat Rupa. Ninth category. Who will answer this ninth category? Tattvam Param Yoginam.
Prabhuji, the yogis saw Krishna as the absolute truth, the supreme.
Correct. Last, Kamakshi. Prishnina Paradevateti. Vidito.
Prabhuji, like it is that all the Vrishnis, they thought the Krishna to be God, and this is how the categories of people reciprocated with Krishna.
Now, these different categories of people are in different rasas. You know what is rasa? Anyone knows what is rasa? Rasa is a particular relation. Yes, Sriram.
Rasa is the Baba in which they see Krishna, they see Krishna as their son, their friend, their master, like that.
Correct. Rasa is the mood in which they connect with Krishna. Now, there are different rasas. There are 5 primary rasas. Some say ras, some say rasa, it's okay. South Indians may say rasa and North Indians may say ras, that's okay, don't worry about the pronunciation here. Now, there are 5 primary relationships, there are 7 secondary relationships, moods. Shantarasa, Dasyarasa, Sakhyarasa, Vatsalyarasa, Madhuryarasa. So these are the 5 primary rasas. Then there are 7 secondary rasas like Virya rasa, Bhayanaka rasa, Bhibhatsa rasa. Some of them are negative, some of them are positive. Now, in these 10 categories of people, how many are having positive emotions and how many are having negative emotions? Just analyze. We have revised this sloka also. All of them are not having positive relationships with Krishna. Some are having negative relationships also. Now, let's see. Mallana Mashanir. Okay, we will analyze this little later. We will first identify the rasas, then we will identify which is positive and which is negative. See this list. Mallana Mashanir. Wrestlers saw Krishna as a lightning bolt because they are in Veera rasa. Veera means a mode of chivalry, right? They are like fighters. They saw Krishna also as a fighter and they wanted to fight with Krishna. So that is called Veera rasa, a mode of courage. Second, Dranam Naravaraha means all the men of Mathura saw Krishna as best of males. They are in Vismaya rasa. What is Vismaya? Astonishment. Vismaya or Adbhuta means they were astonished, they were surprised. Oh my God, Krishna. So they are like very much appreciative of Krishna's position. There's astonishment, there's surprise, there is wonder, right? They are just taken aback. So when Krishna lifts Govardhan mountain, those who love him, they become concerned about Krishna. Oh, Krishna, you lifted Govardhan mountain. How can you hold such heavy weight? This is Mother Yashoda's concern because she's a mother. But all the friends of Krishna, they found Krishna as their friend, so they had fun. Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain. They say, oh, Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain. They were excited. Mother Yashoda is anxious. But Madhumangal, Stoka Krishna, and all the friends of Krishna, they are like excited, overexcited, fun. Right? And Radharani is looking at Krishna with love. So different people see Krishna in different moods. Right? Here, these people are experiencing Vismaya rasa. They were astonished, they were surprised. Then Strinam Smaro Murtiman. All these women are in Madhura rasa. Madhura rasa means a mood of being lover. There is a lot of sweetness in this relationship. So they are in Madhurya rasa. Then Gopanam Svajano. All the Gopas who considered Krishna as their friend or relative, they are in Sakhya rasa and Hasya rasa. So Sakhya rasa is a primary rasa. Hasya rasa is a secondary rasa. Sakhya rasa is considering the Lord as friend. So in that friendly relationship, sometimes there are jokes, right? Therefore, they are in Hasya rasa also. There are some jokes and even pull legs of people in Vrindavan. Sometimes some Gopas, form a group. They steal another Gopa's lunchbox. And that Gopa says, give my lunchbox back. Give my lunchbox back. My mother has packed some special food items for me. But these people don't give. So this boy would run. The owner of the lunchbox would run to another Gopa who is holding the lunchbox. But as soon as this boy reaches the other boy will pass it on to some other boy. Like that, these 5, 6 boys will tease this one boy. Now, you may say this is like bullying, this is like teasing, but it's not done out of malice. It's just a little fun. Sometimes in home also, parents or some elders may tease kids. That is done out of love and affection, not out of malice. So like that, they were having some hasya, fun also, some humor. So humor is a part of Sakya. Sometimes in Madhura Rasa also there is some humor, right? But in Veera Rasa there is no humor as such. You can induce if you want, but generally it's like mode of fighting. There is no jokes there. Then Asatam Shiti Bhujam, impious rulers, saw Krishna is a chastiser or punisher. They are in Raudra Rasa. Raudra means terror. Swapitroho Sishuhu, Krishna's parents saw Krishna as their child. They are in Vatsalya Rasa. Vatsalya means parental affection, motherly affection, fatherly affection. This also includes Karuna Rasa. Karuna means like very deep emotion, compassion. Seeing their own child struggling so much, perspiring with blood on his face, not Krishna's blood, Kovalyapeda's blood. When Krishna killed Kovalyapeda, the blood of Kovalyapeda was like went on Krishna's face, and there are droplets of blood, little bit. So Krishna doesn't bleed, but when Krishna kills demons, the demon's blood may go on Krishna. On his bleached face, there are some red spots and then some perspiration also. So that may beautifies Krishna's face. But although it looks very beautiful to some category of devotees who are in Veera Rasa, but some category of devotees who are in Vatsalya Rasa become compassionate on Krishna. Oh my God, my son is getting perspired. My son is sweating. Right? But when Bhishma, who is in Veera Rasa, Bhishma Dev, he is in a mode of fighting with Krishna. So Bhishma just releases arrows on Arjuna. Some arrows that he releases on Arjuna will also go on Krishna. When you try to fight with a warrior, the driver of the warrior also will get some beating. That's the general format in wars. So some arrows are piercing Krishna's body also. Mama nishita sharir vibhidyamana. Mama Nishita Sarai, Bhishma is thinking that my sharp arrows, Vibhidyamana, they are piercing Krishna. They are penetrating in Krishna's kavacha and then entering his skin. And even Krishna is bleeding. Seeing those wounds on Krishna's body, blood on Krishna's body, Bhishma is getting ecstatic. Right? What kind of devotee is he? You may say like that. No, he is definitely Dasya Bhakta, definitely is a servant of Krishna, but he's in Veera Rasa. Jambavan fights with Krishna for 28 days. Right? He would just punch Krishna. Do you punch Krishna? Yes, Kartik. Do you punch Krishna? Sri Ram. You don't punch Krishna. You're in a different mood. What is your mood? Which rasa you're in? You're in Dasya rasa. You're servants of Krishna. Not rasa. At least you're servants of Krishna. Rasa will come later. But point is, some devotees rejoice that mood also. Here, Karuna rasa means feeling compassionate on a child is natural for parents. So Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain. Mother Yashoda became very compassionate on Krishna. Oh Krishna, you have not eaten anything. At home I used to feed you 8 times in a day, but now you are holding this mountain. Please eat this. And she would start feeding with Krishna. Krishna's hands are busy. Krishna kept his right hand here and left hand like this. Horse, Krishna would play a flute with his right hand and the left hand is busy. And how will he eat? Mother Yashoda is feeding Krishna like this. And Krishna is eating there. And Mother Yashoda would just wipe his mouth and all that. So this is what mothers do. And they become, when a person does hard work and achieves something, common people appreciate that person. Some people envy that person. But parents become compassionate. My God, you are doing so much hard work. They have to do hard work, of course. You are studying so much. You are studying till late night. You should sleep early. They are more emotional and they have compassion more than appreciating the hard work. My son should not do any hard work only. That's what some parents say. Mrityar Bhojapater. And Bhojapati comes, Sa Krishna is that personified, Bhayanaka Rasa. So when you say Veera Rasa, it is like the mood of Veera. Veera means a warrior. So you take pleasure in fighting. But Bhayanaka is terror. My God, it's like very terrifying rasa. It's not just fighting, it's just ripping apart people, killing people. All the people are bleeding. Some people, as soon as they see blood, they faint or they run away from there. Some people, when they see blood, they get ecstasy, right? Even those who watch movies also, some like horror movies, they are into Bhayanak Rasa. Some like comedy movies, some like romantic movies, and some like simple emotional exchanges. Some like really ghastly movies. So Bhayanaka Rasa is also one rasa. All these moods are ultimately coming from Krishna. They are directed towards Krishna. Virada Vidisham, unintelligent people saw universal form. It is Bhibhatsa. Why is this Bhibhatsa? It is very interesting. It's Bhibhatsa Rasa means there is chaos. Bhibhatsa means chaos created everywhere. As soon as Arjuna saw this big Virat Rup of Krishna, universal form of Krishna, Arjuna found himself in chaos. Wherever he sees, he is only seeing universal form. Aneka bahudara vaktranetram pashyami tvam sarvatonanta rupam nantam namadhyam napunastavadim pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa. Wherever he sees, he'll find universal forms, means the Virat Rups, faces and bellies and eyes and crowns and hands and legs, and they're everywhere. Generally, you see a person in front of your eyes, or somebody may manifest up. It's like 2D or 3D or 10D or 1000D, we don't know. You see, look down also, he's there. You look left side, he's there. Right side, he's there. Up, he's there. His form is everywhere, all pervading. It's like very chaotic situation. And Arjuna got completely confused and said, close this darshan. I only asked you to reveal this darshan of Virat Rup, but now please close this darshan. I can't see this Vishwarup anymore. So that is called Bhibhatsarasa. Then the yogis saw Krishna's absolute truth. Not many personal, intimate feelings, but there is some love. That is called Shantarasa. Then Vrishnis saw Krishna as worshipable deity. They are in Dasyas. Right? So we have seen 10 categories of people in 10 different moods, some primary moods, some secondary moods. Now, let's an analysis here. Now, which of these rasas are positive or desirable rasas? Which rasa, which relationship with Krishna do you desire to attain? All these relationships are possible relationships with Krishna, but not desirable relationships with Krishna. Right? So which is a desirable relationship and which is not? Possibility, everything is there. All 12 rasas are possible. Please, let's go one by one. Veera rasa. Is it a desirable relationship? Yes. Positive or negative?
Rahul, I don't think it should be negative.
Okay. It's desirable, right?
Huh?
A devotee can desire Veera rasa with Krishna. Is it right?
Yes, Rahul.
Okay, great. Yes, Krishi, what's your opinion?
Prabhuji, I think no.
No. Okay, we got two opposite answers. Okay, well, let's take voting. Kamakshi, what's your opinion? Veera rasa, is it a desirable rasa or not desirable? Positive or negative?
Prabhuji, I think it is positive. It's desirable.
It's desirable. Okay, you desire to fight with Krishna?
Prabhuji, if I had skills,
Huh?
if I had fighting skills, then I would.
Okay. You say you have fighting skills, so you desire to fight with Krishna, right? It's possible. Okay, good. Any other one more last opinion? Let's take last opinion. Who will give yes, Sriram?
Prabhuji, positive only. We can fight with Krishna.
Okay. There are so many fighters here except Krishiva. Basically, Veera Rasa is neither positive nor negative. It all depends on your mood. Jambavan fought with Krishna. Bhishma also had Veera Rasa. Their mood is a servant of Krishna, but they want to serve Krishna by giving him fighting pleasure. But there are some people who want to fight with Krishna, not to give Krishna fighting pleasure, but to kill Krishna. Therefore, it is negative also. It all depends on the mood. In the case of wrestlers, it's a negative mode. It's not a positive mode. Got it? If this Veera Rasa is exhibited by Bhishma or Jambavan, it's positive. But because these wrestlers are exhibiting this Veera Rasa, it's negative. You cannot label it as positive or negative because it depends on the mood of the person who has that rasa with Krishna. Krishna can take enjoyment through the fighting of these wrestlers also. Krishna can derive enjoyment. But the mood of the wrestlers is not to give enjoyment to Krishna. Getting right? They are not in a mood to give that fighting pleasure to Krishna, but they wanted to kill Krishna. Being the representatives or being the instruments in Kamsa's plans. Right? They didn't have that mood. It all depends on the mood of the person who is holding this rasa. Clear? Then Vismaya rasa, astonishment. Is it positive or negative? Who will answer this? Hasini? Is it desirable or not? Vismaya rasa. The mood of astonishment. Huh? You say,
No, Prabhu.
you don't want Vismaya rasa. You don't want
Yes,
to be astonished by Krishna's pastimes. You don't want any surprises.
yes. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. It's
Okay, now she's passing it. Okay, fine. Next, Madhura Rasa. Of course, it is aspire. I will not take a quiz for it. Sakhya Rasa. Yes? Fine. You don't have to answer. You can just show like this. Sakhya Rasa is desirable. Hasya Rasa, of course, desirable. You want to joke with Krishna? They're all positive. Raudra Rasa. Is it really desirable? No? Everybody is saying no. Yes, Ankita, what's your name? Shaurya. You're Shaurya?
Prabhuji thinks it's not desirable
desirable.
because it's like a negative one.
Negative one, correct. It's negative. You're right. Then Vatsalya Rasa, of course, desirable. Karuna Rasa, part of Vatsalya. Bhayanaka and Bibhatsa are also not very much desirable. As far as Bibhatsa is concerned here, universal form, it exists. You may not desire it, but it exists. Just like Arjuna saw this universal form, this great Vishwarupa. And definitely he experienced that character condition in his mind. He even said, I don't want this form anymore. Please show some peaceful form, four-handed form with a very peaceful countenance. Then Krishna withdrew that Sahasrabahu form, Vishwarupa, and showed his Vishnu Rupa. Then after that, he also showed his real Krishna Rupa. It's not desirable, but it exists just to accommodate the conditions also. Then Shantarasa, is it desirable? Tell me. Is it positive or negative? And is it desirable? There are two things. It may be positive, it may be negative, but whether you desire it or not depends on your mood. Just because it is positive, it may not be desirable. Like non-spicy khichdi also is an edible item, is a bona fide prasad. But some people may not have taste for it. They don't desire it. So is it positive or negative that you say? Who will answer? Yeah, Kamakshi, is it positive or negative?
Prabhuji, it is positive as we are always with Krishna and that rasa, and it's very much desirable.
It's desirable also. Okay, fine. Vaishnavi?
Prabhuji, it's desirable and it's positive.
Okay. Karthik?
Probably like I feel like Shanta Rasa is the basic rasa, which is the gateway to other rasas. You can find out the way you will love Krishna, but Shanta Rasa is the gateway. You will have to realize that Krishna is the absolute truth. You will have to realize that Krishna is what Krishna is before getting into a relationship with him. I think.
Okay. Means you are saying it's positive and desirable, both. Okay. Others? Any other opinions? Okay. It's definitely positive. There is nothing negative in it. As far as desirable thing is concerned, yeah, we need to have an understanding of absolute truth, but a devotee does not desire to be stagnant there only. Because in Shantarasa, there is no active service as such. There is love, definitely. That love is desirable, but there is no action. There is no active service. So devotee actually does not desire Shantarasa. A devotee wants to go beyond Shantarasa. When you see certain attributes of Shantarasa, definitely devotee aspires for it. But devotee does not want to just settle down to Shantarasa only. They want higher rasas, right? In that sense, it is not desirable. Both are mentioned in the scriptures. Then finally, Dasarasa, definitely it's positive and desirable. So there are some rasas like Bhayanaka rasa, Bhibatsa rasa, Raudra rasa, which are not desirable. And Veera rasa also with a negative intention is not desirable. So there are 4 negative things and 6 positive things. In this 10 categories of people, 6 are connecting with Krishna with positive mood and 4 are connecting with Krishna in a negative mood. Clear? 4 negative, 6 positive. And some of these negatives can be made into positive also. Some of these positives are not very much desirable also. In all that analysis we have seen. So this is a brief description of the shloka. Essentially, the message that we can understand here is Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. In fact, Rupa Goswami quotes this particular Bhagavatam shloka in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu to explain how uh, Krishna is the object of all rasas. Actually, the Acharya's quote in Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Jiva Goswami and Krishna Chakravarti Thakur, Krishna is the object of all rasas. He can reciprocate with different people in different moods. Raso Vaisaha. He himself is rasa. Rasa Raj. He is the king of all rasas. And Akhila Rasamrita Murti, he is the reservoir of all rasas. That is Krishna's greatness. So we need to connect with Krishna in a positive mood, as exemplified by great devotees and as taught to us by acharyas. And the most desirable mood for any sadhaka bhakta is servant. Beyond that, that is like very transcendental, very divine, very far from us. But at least a sadhaka should render service to Krishna in the mode of a servant, as a das. Jivera swarupahe Krishnera nitya das. Even if somebody attains higher rasas like Madhurya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Dasya rasa is embedded within them. Basically, everybody is a servant of Krishna, and some devotees serve Krishna in the mode of parent. Some devotees serve Krishna in the mode of friend. Some devotees serve Krishna in the mode of lover. Therefore, Dasya Bhava is embedded within Sakhya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa, and Vatsalya Rasa also. Basically, all of us should aspire to be servants of Krishna. And actually, that is our constitutional position to be servant of Krishna. And that service to Krishna can be done in multiple modes, multiple flavors, as we have seen in this shloka. And Krishna is the object of all these rasas. So let's conclude here. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let's recite the shloka once again. Who did not recite before? Vaishnavi, recite. Mallanam Shanirnam Naravaraham.
Mallanam Mashanir Naravara.
Strinam Smaro Murtiman.
Strinam Smaro Murtiman.
Gopanam Svajano Satam Kshitibhujam.
Gopanam Svajano Satam Skitibhuja.
Shasta Sapitro Sishuhu.
Shasta Swapitro Shishu.
Mrityar Bhojapater Virada Vidusham.
Mrityur Bhojapater Virata Vidusha.
Tattvam Param Yoginam.
Tattvam Param Yoginam.
Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito.
Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito.
Rangam Gatah Sagrajah.
Rangam Gata Sagraja. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Last.
Mallanam Sunendranam Naravaraha. Strinam Smaro Murtiman. Gopanam Svajano Satam Kshitibhujam. Shasta Swapitro Shishu. Mrityur Bhojapater Virata Vidusam. Tattvam Param Yoginam. Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito. Rangam Gata Sagraja. Thank you,
Very
Prabhuji.
amazing. Next.
Mallanam Ashanir Naravara Strinam Smaro Murtiman Gopanam Swajano Satam Chitibhujam Shasta Swapitro Shishu Mrityor Bhojapate Virada Vidisham Tattvam Param Yogina Vrishninam Paradevate Tivido Rangam Gata Sagraja. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. We'll meet on next Friday for some more discussions on some Bhagavatam topics. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.